This majestic Karnataka assembly has not seen a chief minister being re-elected to power since the early 1980s with Ramakrishna Hegde. For both the BJP and the Congress, the stakes have never been higher than in this Karnataka election, which will also set the stage for the big national battle in 2019. On Election with Times, we will pool together the strengths of the Times of India, Vijay Karnataka and Bangalore Mirror. We will bring you every day a new ground perspective, flavors from the streets, conversations from the bylanes of Karnataka, every day from a new location with a new issue, with editors from across the Times Group to give you the best coverage of this election.
Why the governments should impose Hindi on me? Why they should make it compulsory for us? It is Kannada only in our metros.
ಎಚ್ಚೆತ್ತುಕೊಂಡಿದೆ, ಜಾಗೃತರಾಗಿದೆ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರು ಒಂದು ವೋಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ತೀರ್ಮಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧಾತ್ಮಕ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಗೆ ಪ್ರಾದೇಶಿಕ ಭಾಷೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕಡೆಗಣಿಸಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೇವಲ ಹಿಂದಿ ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತು.
It's only a signboard, but its presence here in Kannada and not in Hindi is one of the great fault lines of this election. 6 months ago, the signboards in Hindi from this station, Majestic Kempegowda in Bengaluru, were replaced and only the Kannada and English ones remain. And 2 months ago, a state flag was adopted by the Karnataka government. So is this regional pride issue a real issue in this election, or is it going to take back the cosmopolitan culture of Bengaluru, or is it simply a stunt that, or is it a political masterstroke that will change the election? Let me ask Asha, the editor of the Times of India in Bangalore. Asha, we are in Bangalore. These signs were changed in 41 stations in Bangalore 6-7 months ago. Is this an issue only in Bangalore, which is a much more cosmopolitan city? What is your sense you're getting from the rest of the state?
I think at the moment it's an issue only in Bangalore because it was done only here. But I think Siddaramaiah has been very smart. This is a very tough election for him. It's a do-or-die election for Congress. He had to press every button possible, and he's figured Kannada pride could be, at least from the optics perspective, a very good point to campaign on. So in fact, to me, more than the signages, the fact is he's going to introduce, or he has made Kannada compulsory in every board. It's not just the state board. He's made it compulsory for children to learn Kannada from 1st to 10th standard in CBSE board, ICSE board and in the state board. That I think will have a larger repercussion than these kind of cosmetic changes.
Would you like all examinations to be held in Kannada alone? Not in English or Hindi?
Yeah, it must be in Kannada.
All over India bartare. Ellaru adakke ನಾವು oblige ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. We have to serve the people, by the people, for the people. All over India they are coming to Bangalore. We should have in all
languages. All languages.
ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕ್ರಿ. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. There is no point taking out Hindi language from the station or something like that. Hindi is a national language and it is followed as a Rajbhasha everywhere.
Being in a metro station, we should encourage all languages, but more we have to encourage the native language. We should not neglect our native language because it has a 2000 years of, we have a long history of our language, so we have to support that. It's not like for the election purpose you should not be speaking about the language. Even the Modi is speaking now in Kannada and he's doing Rahul to also to take the competition.
ಕನ್ನಡದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾರು ವೋಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. BJP ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಕನ್ನಡದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಳಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬೇರೆ ಊರುಗಳವ್ರು ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟವ್ರೆ. ಕನ್ನಡದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬನಿಗೂ ಕೆಲಸ ಕಾರ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ.
He says he will not vote for Congress or BJP. He will vote for people who are for Kannada. He says the city is being overwhelmed by outsiders. People from outside who come here have become Maharajas, while the local people have become very poor and are at the lower level.
Let me ask Veera Raghav, who teaches at the National Law School. Veera, is this a manufactured controversy, this whole regional pride versus Hindi or North Indian domination and so on between BJP and Congress, or does it really matter in this election?
I think to an extent it matters in terms of narrative, and this is neither regional assertion or sub-nationalism. I don't know what that term means as the BJP calls it. This is linguistic chauvinism, and this is why you had the creation of linguistic states. Now, having said that, does it matter enough to undo or take a party beyond power? I don't think. I think Karnataka has a specific example when you compare to Tamil Nadu or Andhra Pradesh, where language hasn't mixed with electoral politics, and that's because you don't have a language-based regional party like the DMK or the TDP in Karnataka, and possibly because Rajkumar never entered politics. So, but the fact remains that, you know, you can't make a tangible assessment of how much it matters or not. I don't think it's a voter issue beyond a point, but it matters in Bangalore because you have a minority Kannada population and there is a sense of migrant versus...
Chetan, you've been covering this issue, you've been looking at all these signboards and all of that. Is regional pride the adoption of a state flag which was done by the state? They had always had a flag, but now it's formally the cabinet wrote to the Home Ministry and all, change the flag. All of these, how much of a difference they'll make on the ground level?
See, on the ground level, whether this materializes into votes is something that's left to time. But I don't think it matters so much. As Veera was saying, this is more about a narrative. Now, both parties really lack a narrative during these elections. So, and so far as Kannada activists and all of them getting together and rallying behind Siddaramaiah, I think it was all a political masterstroke in the sense that, see, these Kannada activists have been at it for a long time. This flag issue that you spoke about.
This time they got political backing from a government in power.
If you read it, that's how it looks, but there's no evidence to say that Siddaramaiah was backing them. But I think in terms of a narrative, it makes sense.
He went along with what they were asking for.
Yeah, you look at what happened. Now the Prime Minister is asking Rahul Gandhi to say Visvesvaraya properly.
It's all the languages are there in Bangalore. So I don't say that it should be only Kannada or English.
Our languages, we need to implement our Kannada languages. It must should.
Here all languages is working. Kannada, Hindi, English, Tamil, all language here.
Hindi is a national language and I think it should be there.
You all are work in Bengaluru. What's your sense?
Basically for the youth, it's about communication. Since a lot of people from outside are coming, we have to welcome them, but at the same time uphold Kannada as well. The heritage of Karnataka should be strong, should be enhanced over here, but should welcome other people.
Seeing that Bangalore is a city with different kinds of people, I think the government or whoever has a say in this should take into consideration everyone's problems, because there are so many people in Bangalore city who do not know how to read or write Kannada. So if both are in Kannada, there's no way they are going to understand. So it will be helpful for people.
Krishna Bhatt from Vijay Karnataka newspaper also joins us. Krishna, you have been covering this issue in Kannada. Kannada pride कितना बड़ा मुद्दा है इस चुनाव?
Sir, for the first time in the history of Karnataka elections, there is a strong notion of the Kannada pride is becoming an election issue. But I don't know how long it go as it go into turnout of votes.
The BJP says it is about dividing the nation.
No, sir. I don't think, and people doesn't think like that, because Kannada is pride of Karnataka, and people take a note of the things.
The propaganda of election should not be based on Kannada or the language.
These are the archaic propagandas about caste and these languages. Now what we young people want, there should be regional language, then there should be national language, then English should be there.
Sir, ಇದು election issue ಅಲ್ಲ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾತೃಭಾಷೆ, ಕನ್ನಡಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ನನಗೆ ಸರಿ ಅನಿಸಿಲ್ಲ.
He was saying, do not create this as a voters issue. This is about our mother tongue. This is not about getting votes. We cannot, no matter which party does it, we believe that our mother tongue is, the love for our mother tongue can't be taken away. Now that's precisely the point. You see, it's not as if the love for Kannada is something that's new. It has been there for all the while. You must see this purely this way. If the BJP wants to chest thump itself as this Hindu nationalist party which turns around and says we are champions of India, the Congress wants to counter that narrative, trying to say we are champions of Kannada. So this is pretty much drumming up of rhetoric on both sides, which largely and sadly dumbs down serious debate in an election season.
So what's clearly happened here is that there is a latent sentiment for nativism, for propagating the traditional languages and the culture of Karnataka. Siddaramaiah has hit upon that as a valve to try and create a vote bank. Whether that works or whether that backfires is one of the questions on which this election will turn. We'll wait and see. Keep watching Election with Times.